We'll be continuing on. I think we only got one more day left. Yeah. We've done some operations. I'd seen all the videos and I thought it was one I've already published already. So we've been making some progress on this Eagle Day game. And like I said, enjoying the heck out of it and can't wait to find out how to allocate the victory points. But really excited to get our Atlantic Sentinels game down. But this one was on the shelf. And I buy these games because I'm interested in them. And definitely wanting to play. We don't do too much on this air. Air combat. Mostly ground combat. You know, the good old hex encounters, ground combat. So we've been kind of delving into the air and naval aspect here a little bit lately. I'm trying to. I still can't remember what that game was at GMT that I almost pulled the trigger on. Besides Atlantic Sentinels, I'm pretty sure. Was it Wings Over Germany or something over Britain? And I'm thinking maybe it was a Luftwaffe plane that was on the cover. It was a thick game, real thick game, but it had a really good solitaire suitability. I almost pulled the trigger on that one. But we've been doing a lot of air war games, and not that all of them are good. Another thing is we never did make it. We are busy here, and the thing of it is, this is going to be an abbreviated edition too, because the beautiful wife is on her way home, and we still got a game of Plum Island Horror to finish up, and it took us at least 16 hours to do half of the game. It's going to take us another 16 hours to do half, and she's wanting her kitchen table back. So yeah, might have to make or break on that one. But here you go, yeah. We didn't make it there. Now, they got something going on tonight, but we got a snowstorm coming in, so I don't know if the meeting or if the gaming will be shut down. I really wanted to make it tonight. Couldn't make it the other night because I had a bunch of fantasy sports number crunching I had to do, and there was a big game going on, so that kind of got in the way. That's kind of a part-time job. If it pays off. It's been a long time since it paid off for old GWG. But we did have us our golden year. That's what it is for me. It draws you in, and then never comes through again. All right, let's see here. Interceptor, second hour. But all it takes is one, and it's life changing incomes. That's for sure. And second hour for the RAF. So let's go ahead, and we do have one card we want to play. We're kind of waiting towards the end of the game for this one because it could throw a wrench into everything, or it's got a roll of dice and there's a certain outcome, and there are all kinds of wild outcomes. So we're holding up on this card. RAF looks like they only have, well, we got a couple of them based. These boys here in the air. Let's see what we want to do on that. We'll be right back. Fortunately, we forgot that these aircraft here are not going to be any good to us. Not giving away too much, but this aircraft, if we would have had a headquarters next to us, we could have capitalized on the fighter extended range via card play. And when you're next to a headquarters, you get another +1. As it is, this 5 is a 6. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 away. We can't catch them, plus the hours are getting late. So everybody's got to get back to their base. So I think that's going to be a pass play here for the RAF. On to hour number 6, our last hour of day 4. We've only got one more day left. And we'll get these boys back to their base and go on with the, we'll move this from the operations phase to the planning phase. One more hour of operations to go. All right, the last hour, he's got a range of 2. He has no option but to go ahead and touch down right here, but he will make it. All important. Safe landing and based. This little boy, which one will be more strategic? Well, we can move them all around after the planning phase anyway, so let's touch him down right here. And that'll be it for the Luftwaffe day number 4. The RAF will close the day out with any operations they want. I was going to say they could strafe a base, but no, he's got to go up in the air and land. They don't have any assets. Am I looking at just one plane or one squadron? I think I am. That's the only one there. Wow. I mean, we'll get some more in the new planning phase, but right now as it stands, because these units here are all decoys, and those three. There you go. And like I said, this mostly comes into play if you're playing an actual person, not doing the old solo aspect. But we have a good time just playing solo. All right. Oh, I also want to make mention I did purchase Mark Herman's. It's a Mark Herman design game. It's a real simple game. It's Gettysburg on the computer. And I did see in there where it said there was a versus mode. That would be something else. That would be great to play a good game at Gettysburg against an opponent. So I'm going to check that out. Like I said, we got so much time. I've been playing. I've spent just all kinds of money on a gift card wise. I think over $100 worth of Steam games, and the most expensive one was maybe $20. So shoo, we got games we haven't delved into, but we are coming up on a lot of free time until March. So yeah, all kinds of stuff going on. And I should do the computer game, but I really don't have a computer capture that good. And I guess I need to get a new microphone because my microphone's really, I could turn it all the way up and you can barely hear me. That's why I don't do too much computer play by. I do have a capture, but like I said, my microphone's not that good. But anyway, we'll see. All right. That was it for the British. The British are not going to do anything. So that'll be it. We'll go over here to the last day of the game. We'll move this to planning phase. Take this marker off. When we come back into operations, we move this back over to operations. We got one more day left and 8 hours. Let's see what we all get back via card play. The abort units come back and everything else. So we'll be back with some planning. Up for the planning phase is picking these campaign cards. I'm going to get these all shuffled. I want to make note though that this command level can be lowered. Well, I take that back, not for the Luftwaffe. The British, on the other hand, there's an opportunity for the German player to lower this level by successfully bombing these headquarters. So you can see where it can go down to where they'd only get one card. So you might want to employ that strategy too. We'll see where the victory points lie, but we've mostly had our agenda full, our hands full, just trying to bomb these targets. You can see the price we're paying on that, so that might have a lot to do with victory points in the end. All right, shuffle card time. We'll pick cards. The command rating is 3. They'll get 3 cards. The command level is 4. They'll get 4. Back. And 1, 2, 3 for the German player. To add those one he hasn't used from last round. And there's a good chance we found out that this will stay in effect. We'll go ahead and flip it on down. But I think they're only going to have one card left. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think they will. Well, I maybe have 2 cards left. All right, well, these have 2 cards. These have been taken out of the game when they're used. So, there's their one that they had left. 1, 2, 3, 4. We check out the cards. We'll go to reinforcement phase. Things are real quick on this game, even though this it's taken me. How long have I been playing this one? I played it before we did Gettysburg. I played it before we did I Napoleon. Shoot, hours wise, I'd say a good 3 hours maybe on this game. If you just sat down and played, I got a short attention span, so I never get to sit down and actually play a game all the way through. I guess I'd have to go to a convention to do that. Although we gave a little Plum Island Horror a good try. Woo, that's a marathon. All right, we'll be right back. All right, planning phase time. We're taking our cards. How do I put this? Designer of the game, brilliantly, historically, or whatever, made it to where they don't get to reproduce as many aircraft as the British. So might have to do with all the supplies coming in from the Allies. But yeah, are their factories being bombed already? I don't know if this part of the war, if they were on the offensive, they were getting hit as hard. But yeah, so they only got one card here for the reinforcement phase, and that's the Blitz. Select one of the following: refit one unit during reinforcement phase, or during the bombing phase. You could do something. We need units. We're gonna only be able to refit one unit out of this stack. That's not good. This is the last turn anyway, but it does say, it says discard, so this goes into the no more use pile. All right, we'll have to find out which one we want to refit here. There's a bunch of units. I think we want a bomber. We want to get some more bombing points going on here. 2 with a 2. I think that's going to be what we go. Well, he's got a 4 range, so. But he's got to get me back short range. He only has an hour to do that. Here's our best boy here. 3 space range. Oh, bad lighting. There you go. And he can deliver a couple bombs. So that's one will be the Ju-88. Be right back. So we got our Ju-88 and all these in a Luftwaffe upward box for the last turn. And I believe there's maybe only 1 or 2 factories left. And I think all the ports have been bombed. So we're not doing too good. It'll be curious to see how the victory points are allocated and how they land and what the final result is. These all get placed here, but then there's a reorganization, so I'm just going to place them. Then we get to reorganize at the end. But these are the ones that will go on the board, and the Luftwaffe will get back this day. Right back. All right. Initial basing over. Nobody there. All right. We'll look at the British cards. We'll be right back. Well, as the card deck it doesn't have all that many cards. You're going to see these come. They'll be kind of redundant. But as the luck has it, reinforcement phase, refit 1, damage RAF, or for 1 hour, air combat. All the fighters have a combat factor increased by 1. We'll take the refit. Ooh, and we only have a few. Well, we got enough, so we get refit 1. This one says, if 5 or more British factories have been bombed, which they have been, refit 2 damage. So we're going to get 3 of these back. Let's see how many we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll get all back, but 3, and then we'll get our 2 aborts. Be right back. All right, well, I am just one last day away from playing this game. There's no way the Player A guys or anybody else, Marco Wargamer, there's no way they play that many games. They must neglect their family. I'm trying to get this game in. Phone rings, got a buddy dropping by. Yeah, So we'll have to see what's going on here. I'm getting texts and stuff here now too. I'll be right back. All right, what was that? Browse again. So rudely interrupted. All right, we're gonna have to put this on hold. We have a couple things. I was gonna try to get this in. We got snowstorms coming. Beautiful wife is at work. I do have a nice little window here to play, but unfortunately, we're gonna get a knock at the door here from a in the neighborhood drop-in. So you gotta love that all the time. We'll be right back. All right, so we'll try to carry on here for a little bit. We have our initial basing, like I said. This will all be redone in the reorganization phase at the end of this phase here. So we have the reinforcement phase. We open the page up. Redeploy. Yeah, redeploy is the phase we're looking for. So we're at the redeploy phase now. We've all put our available air units on the map for the last turn. And like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to get this last turn. Trying to today. We'll see what's up. I wanted to make note. There's a little gap here. So I guess if you didn't want your opponent as a German to know the identity of your craft, you could head on in here. I'm not sure if it makes any difference. I don't see any other dotted lines. I don't know if once you cross the coast, it's null and void, but you can see he's kind of got some kind of range here. I don't know if this means anything, a little gap in here. I guess all the way through. I guess as soon as you hit these gaps, yeah, the radar kicks in. So these boys here, if they come in this way, could come in. On our hidden side, I don't know what kind of difference in gameplay that would make, but that's a little aspect of the game we really haven't used. All right, well, that is it. Let me go to redeploy. Like I said, expecting company, and he's just got to get blown off. Well, good thing about buddies, and this buddy of mine, he knows. So sometimes I just got to say, dude, you got to go. So we'll come over, socialize, shoot the shit for a few minutes, and then Daddy's got games to play. Want to go to my big money gaming thing tonight, and this will be on totally, but if we weren't expecting 7 inches of snow. So yeah, I got stuff to do outside too to get ready. We got to pat down the hatches, get the snowblower going, all that good stuff. Never ever time for gaming. I don't know how anybody else does it. They definitely cannot have a life, or I'm mismanaging something here. This is a little pocket game. It should take a few hours to play. It has taken me well over a month to get these turns in, so we'll be back. All right, then, redeployment time. This is basically in this game where you're getting all you're planning for your next phase with your operations. So we're going to redeploy, and we might even redeploy these AAA. You could redeploy ground and air units. So headquarters, I guess everything could be redeployed. Last turn redeployment, we'll take care of that, and then we'll continue to play. I think we got the time cleared out. Nothing like a good old best friend. You can always tell a best friend when he knows. He goes by. He could tell that I was wanting to get going. He goes, okay. He goes, I'm out of here. I mean, we spent some time talking and everything, but yeah, he was just, I guess he ain't got much to do today. One thing about it, though, he don't play war games. Man. All right, we'll be back. All right, ready to move to operations. And I got the units grouped as the Luftwaffe in the missions that I want to attack. We're going after aircraft factories. There's still one left in. We might leave this one in West London alone. I mean, we'll try for them all, but that one's down on the list. Lower hanging fruit is Southampton and Coventry. So we have 3 aircraft factories that have yet to be bombed. Got my units set up for their missions. Countering it with the setup for the RAF. First hour coming on up, and that will be the Luftwaffe. We check out the cards, and we'll commence play on the last turn. Maybe we get this thing done with. A little 3-hour game is taking me a month. We'll be right back. Open it up. We will play a fighter suite for the whole day. The range of Luftwaffe short-range fighters is increased by 1. So there you go. We'll keep this card faced up to remind us. We have taken off our bombers from here, but they've rendezvoused with a fighter from here. We'd have to use his extended range. He got his regular range here. 1 fighter, 2 bombers. The fighter is short range. He'll have to turn around and head back after this hour. But if any RAF fighters come up, at least we got a little bit of an escort. Going on to our next mission, so we'll be back. So what we're going to do here is this old boy headed on out. I think he must have been here. 1, 2, 3. We had him here for a flight to West London. We're going to hold off on that and send him around here to Coventry. So there you go. 1 factory, 2 factories, 3 that are still left unscathed. Meanwhile, while the RAF are still based, because we're first, we get the first initiative, we're going to try to roll 1 die. If we get a 6, take out their strafing, a successful strafing run. So we're going to hit their airfields real quick. A lot about escorting them. We'll try. This could be a backfire. We'll get some luck. So that'll be it. Let's roll. Since we do have air or combat, we have 2 strafing missions. We'll take a little die. Looking for 6. No way. Let me see here. Air superiority, firing, bombers. How about a strafing? Oh, anti-aircraft. Let me check this out. The rolls right back. I believe it's right there. Target is a based air unit with a 4, 5, and 6 placed in a damaged box. So the old boy got himself one. And this is the last turn, so this hurts. 1 hurricane. Damaged. Successful strafe. He'll have to return to his base. We'll go for another one. 4, 5, and 6 actually does anything. Okay, 2, that don't do anything, so these 2 boys have to return to base. They're short range. He's going on a mission, and they are off on a mission. So now it'll be the interceptor / RAF's turn. The first thing they're going to do is play a card. Ooh, reduce the number of hours by 2, so we get this one again. So this last turn will be shortened. There you go. Only 6 hours instead of 8. We will put this in a reshuffle. Don't matter though, because it's the last turn. And we have another card we want to play. Extend the range of RAF fighters by 1. So here you go. We'll keep this card here to remind us. And this is a wild card I'll play probably here pretty soon before the end of the game. We'll give it a die roll and give it a roll and see what it comes up with. There's like 3 or 4 different options. Alright, let's go ahead and ooh, that'll be it for the Luftwaffe. We are on the RAF and all their short-range aircraft extended by 1. We'll see what we want to do in response. Hour number 1 on day 5. And RAF taking advantage. We're going to send a bunch of them up. We'll let these guys make their escape. They're not really any threat. We're gonna hit this group coming on a bombing mission. Sorry about that. Spam calls, people knocking on doors, all kinds of things. Nobody wants me to play a game. But anyway, we're going to pounce on this one. These boys here, even with their extended range, they have a +1 because of the card. But if you're next to a headquarters, you also get a +1. So they get a +2 on the range. We're going to hold off and see where this boy here goes. I think we pounced on these boys enough to result in a... Ooh, we can get it over there. Air battle there. We'll be back with the combatants. With Waffle coming up with some good numbers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throwing a couple blue for good measure. Hitting on 5s and 6s. Oh, bad roll, but still enough to send 2 of these guys back. Now the Luftwaffe answering back with 5 of their own dice. We count that up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're off. Ooh, wow. Luftwaffe coming on through. So here we got to pick our 2 shittier ones. I need a bomber, so we'll take this one, and this one will be my abort. And they're done for this day. They're done for this day. It might be a real quick turn here. We're out of units. Hold on a second. Let me get this out of the way. So he's back here. And these boys here, 2 of these are damaged. So we got to pick the one we... we'll keep him. And all these are gone for the turn, so it's just a matter of what we're going to do. Damaged, or rather, we got 2 of them that we got to damage. 3 total, so we're going to keep him. Damage, abort, so abort. And nailed by fire, and having to return damaged, and waiting to be refit. Another one left in the sky. There you go, is that correct? Yeah. So the sky's still there. There could be another battle round, but right now it is occupied by both forces. We'll see what happens next round. If the German wants to fight or keep going. So that's that. Alright, air battle up here. That'll be it for the British. Oh, another thing is I forgot to take these guys off, so they're on their way. That was not done during the Luftwaffe's turn. That is it. We'll go to hour number 2. We'll come back, Luftwaffe, find out what they want. On the last day, we'll be right back. Alright, then he's going to skedaddle and head on up to his target. Same things for these boys. This one's legs a little bit behind. Now, by rights, he could be is hidden until he crosses that radar line. So let's play it that way. There you go, heading off to his target, heading out to their targets. We got some unescorted bombers heading inland to their targets. British intelligence making note. No combat. They had to land to get refueled. And we'll move on to the interceptor / RAF's turn. Be right back. RAF's turn. And they only got 2 assets on the board. A Spitfire here, and this old boy here I think just landed. Yeah, so these 2 spots here are the only spots with the 2 aircraft left in the game. This is a decoy. Alright, well he did pounce. He's going to try to get this boy before he hits Coventry. Rolling 3 dice. There'll be a good chance he'll be able to turn him back with that. So we'll see. Oh, no extension of our die roll modifier. Just going to stay a 3 die. Oh, he does it. Alright, he'll answer back with just 1. So that's mission accomplished. Just 1. 5 or 6. Whoops. Oh, bad news for everybody. Spitfire. Abort. Oh. And what did he get? Alright, we'll be right back. I dropped a die anyway. We'll be right back. Alright, he was done with. So he put in the damage box Only a few more aircraft left. I think the British only have one aircraft left on the map. We come back. Ooh. It'll be our number 3. We'll start off with a Luftwaffe. Get down to it. Be right back. Luftwaffe bombers heading towards their targets. We got 1, 2, 3 heading towards Coventry to take out that aircraft factory, I believe it is. We also have these units here taking off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2. We don't want to go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per card. 6. So they will block any route this way. I don't know if it's going to do any good, but we'll keep them there. That is the Luftwaffe's hour 3. We'll be back with the RAF's response. Be right back. All right, game should be speeding up now because the RAF only has 1 squadron left or 1 plane left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get a 6 if we want, but we'll just go there. It's pretty slim. We'll roll 2 dice against their 1. We did it. Right, he is damaged. Put him up here. Whittle him on down. He can fire back with 1. 5 or 6. 5. That takes the last Hurricane into the abort box. We have no more flight for the British player. No more planes anywhere. Yep. These here are all decoys. So that's it. Alright, so that was the British turn? Yeah, British turn. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this to, this will all be for the rest of the game. Luftwaffe. So we'll do this. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Oh, nobody else is around now, right? These boys got to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I got an extension. Sorry about that. Memory storage problems. Okay, so he's going to bomb. Ooh, we have some other aircraft on our way. What did we want to do with them? Oh, I had 3, I believe. He can move 2. Oh, we have a spot over here in, what is it, the face anti-aircraft fire. We'll go 1, 2 this way. Is that it? I guess everybody else got shot down. 1, 2. I don't see anybody else. All right. Dropping 2 bombs on Coventry aircraft factory with 4, 5, or 6. So 50% chance of dice. We got it. All right, Coventry will be bombed. We'll move him upside down. Give a bombing marker for there. And that'll take care of that turn. We'll get back. All right, no turn for the British. We got 2 more turns here. Hour number 5. He'll try to make it back home. 1, 2, 3. Oop, don't want to go that way. We'll go here. He can go 1, 2, 1, 2. He's not going to make it. But we got an extended range. Well, that's only for fighter short-range aircraft, so that'll be it. No British turn. Hour number 6. He's not gonna make it. Neither of them are. 1, 2, 3. Because of the shortened day, they got caught out in it. He can't make it to West Lawn. He can go here. No, he really can't. 1, 2. That'll be it. These 2 here will be damaged. In a damage pile because they didn't get back in time because the day is now over. The British have no more planes to fly. And we will call that a game. All right, let me go look at the victory conditions. Wow, this is a nice game. And, you know, I wanted to get the playthrough done so we could at least have some game integrity and see what the final result is. I have no idea. It does look like the Luftwaffe got most of their targets. I think there's only Southampton and West London factories are the only ones left. All the other ports and everything have been bombed. So we'll be back with the final results of our Eagle Day game. And, well, we got her done. Had to do some dodging, a little bit of rudeness to friends and everything, but other than that, we'll be back. All right, before we do, we forgot to play this card. So let's just play this card just for shits and grins. We'll roll 1 die. We forgot to play it. It's a 4. Ooh, bomber strikes. He's got to go back here. Bomber command. See the card on the number 4. Sea Lion ports a hit. The RAF player rolls 1 die. and gets that number of victory points. All right, I'm glad I played this card. So it rolls one die and gains that. All right, we'll add that. Let's go ahead and roll. We'll start off with the victory points. Get a big 6. Oh, only a 2. All right, we start off with 2 victory points via an event. So we'll get this all right over here. I'll add these up and we'll be right back. All right, Eagle Day. We had 5 days of attacks on the British mainland, at least 6 to 8 hours per day. When you count all this up, it comes down to this. RAF. Well, we got 2 victory points for that card. Each one of the Luftwaffe planes and the damage were considered or worth 2 points. We had 14 of those suckers in there. That's what killed them. So that's 28 points there for German damage units, equals 30 victory points. The Luftwaffe has 5 of 7 factories. They were too short for getting them all. You got a 4-point bonus if you got them all. 1 point per, and you got a bonus for ports. We were 1 port short. There was a port all the way up here at Pembroke. We didn't even really notice. It was so far up there. We didn't get a chance. It was untouched and everything. It's pretty far up there though. It took at least a whole day to get up there and back. So there you go. 30 victory points for the RAF, 13 for the Luftwaffe. We'll see what that translates into gaming victory. And let's look at the rules. We'll be right back. All right, victory points as follows. You take all these victory points. The British player subtracts his victory points from the Germans, so that would be 13 minus 30. Gives us a negative 17. You're down here. Negative 9 or less. It was a British strategic victory. So there you go. The British pulled it off, mostly from all their Luftwaffe planes they shot down. And it's hard for them to get those suckers back. So once you shoot them down, they add up real quick. So that was the difference right there. Despite their hammering almost all the targets, they were just short of maybe 2 or 3 targets short of clearing the slate on targets. So there you go. We will call us a game. That was a good game. Great game. If you want to take this out, on a camping trip or a little vacation, I don't know. Like I said, to get all these turns done, if you keep on playing, you have an attention span not as short as me, probably 2 hours. So there you go. That'll be it. Wrapping it up. The British taking a victory with Eagle Day.